Professor Roy McConkey. It's a delight to have your conversations. There's been a lot of development around the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disability. Have you seen any benefits perhaps in that convention, or is it just yet another policy document?
Well, the first convention that the UN ever produced was on the rights of people with mental retardation, as they called it, back in 1976. And that came from a lot of lobbying by parents who felt that their children weren't being recognised as having the same rights as any other person. So ironically, 30, 40 years later, we had to reiterate that again. And in fact, what's in the UN Convention for People with Disabilities is no different from what's in any other human rights statements. But because people with disabilities are not having their human rights respected, the world community decided we have to emphasize that by having a dedicated convention. So at the very minimum, it has given people a framework for checklisting how well are we respecting the human rights of people? Are we really treating them as fellow citizens and as having a shared humanity? Or have we still got a mindset that says these people are different, they're not human in the way we're human, and therefore they don't deserve to have the rights that we would take for granted? So it is a challenge, and it's a challenge for systems like educational systems to say, are you treating all the children of your country equally, giving them equal opportunities? Very often we fall down on that. Yes, we might offer them education, but we say to them, you can't go to the same school as your brothers and sisters. You've got to go to this special school. And what that special school can do is maybe attend to some of their impairments, give them a bit of extra therapy. But what they miss out on is so much more. They miss out on playing games, and they miss out on a curriculum that is much narrower based around impairment rather than a curriculum that opens up all life opportunities to them. So although we might educate them, we are not giving them the same educational opportunity if we put them into special schools. Now, I still think there is a role at times for there to be withdrawal of children to get additional support. But that doesn't necessarily need to be in a totally segregated environment. It can happen by having resource units in ordinary schools or having additional classroom support. So we can be much more imaginative about how we marry additional support needs into systems like educational systems, but giving people equality of opportunity.